We're here with one of our favorite interviewees, Cord McCoy.
Tell the last guy that.
Yeah, we got to plug on Cord a little bit. His sponsors got to love him because Cord comes and like BS's us and flatters us, and then we get him another interview so he gets a little bit more airtime for it. But what we're really here for is to talk about these ABBI Classic events at the Built Ford Tough Series. And I mean, how important is it to have these events, to be able to get them type of bulls to this level?
Well, I mean, it's huge, and I got to kind of explain to people, the last bull riding that I entered was a classic event, and it was the J.W. Hart Invitational in Decatur, and I went dragging my rigging bag back to my car, limping, tired, and somebody ran out there and called me like, hey, we got a check for you, and handed me a check for about $4,000 for a bull that I won. And and that day it kind of come to the realization of, why am I riding these things?
This hurts.
Yeah, so I mean the ABBI has given us huge opportunities, and today you feel like that they have yearling competition, 2-year-old competition, 3-year-old, and then the classic level that you can groom these bulls up. Just like a baseball player, might play high school and college, and on into the major leagues, and it kind of to groom those athletes up. And the ABBI gives us the route to groom those athletes up, and gives us the major league opportunity to bring them to the Built Ford Tough events, and to showcase them against the best riders in the world. And sometimes you win and sometimes you lose, but I guess that's what you all work for. I think they just went over 200,000 registrations in the ABBI the other day. To think that that's how many bulls and cows that they've registered, and how many the gene pool is coming from, and how much different stock contractors study that. We're starting a new battle for 2017 Buck and Bull of the Year. You've got Bruiser, Long John, Stone Sober, Airtime, Cochise. There's so many great bulls in Pearl Harbor, and I probably didn't name them all, that are here today.
Yep.
That for producers like myself and contractors are watching them to try to figure, how you want to change or gear your breeding program for the seasons to come. I feel like the ABBI has given us big opportunities in competition and breeding as well.
And another thing we want to touch on, we talked to Chad about it earlier, with the ABBI giving you guys that opportunities, a guy like you and Chad are going down the road and you are producing, you are hauling, but it's giving other people that aren't doing that on a day-to-day basis the opportunity to partner up with guys like you had on all your bulls yesterday, and get the chance to compete at this level too without actually hauling them down the road.
Yeah, the bulls that we bucked last night in competition, we actually sold half interest in those bulls when they were just yearlings. So they've kind of got to ride the trail, I guess, with us to see the ups and downs, literally, of the bucking bull business. But for our partners to be able to come in, and the ABBI takes care of them, gives them good seats to come watch their bull, nationally televised event against the top riders in the world, and to compete for the money. They added $17,000 to the bull competition. I know Chad Berger last year won the $200,000 in Vegas. The set of classic bulls that we watched go last night, I know have earned over $1 million already. In their 4-year-old year, their classic season is the big year, and I think it's one of the best groups or best classes of bulls that I've ever seen come down the pipes. You've had those years when you've had Bushwhacker, you've had Bruiser, you've had those great bulls, but I think from top to bottom, this 2017 class of classic bulls is the best class I've ever seen.
With that being said, being the best class you've ever seen, as tough as it's going to be, I think you had 4 last night.
I had.
Where do you think 1 or 2 or all of them play into the picture? Do you got one that's a contender that can be in the top numbers there?
You kind of got your hopes up on all 4 of them. That group of bulls, you start from probably 60 head, which is the bull calves. So then you're talking how many cows that is and how many crosses. So it keeps going. It starts at a big number and then works your way to those 4 special bulls that are here. And, some of them like the lights better. Some of them like the music better. Some of them like the top riders better. They'll start chiseling their way down. This is our first televised event against the top 35 riders. But by the time we get to Vegas in November,
it'll be whittled down
we'll have a pretty good idea. And they'll whittle it down to the best 35 classic bulls in the world before they give out the $250,000.
You bet. Well, best of luck, Cord. Good talking with you again since you managed to get yourself some more airtime today. Is there some sponsors and partners you want to plug while we're here?
Oh, I tell you what, Cooper Tire, they just stepped in with the fraternity and the ABBI, and they're a big help. And I think, all the contractors go up and down the road with them. Ariat, they have been, sponsors of mine since I guess before I went around the world the first time. So they've kind of rode the trail with me. So I gotta be with Harriet. We've got a brand new Barrett trailer that we've been hauling up and down the road. It's been a big help. And especially to be in Oklahoma, Team Oklahoma has got started that they've got athletes in several different associations riding. So we couldn't do it without the sponsors, the fans, the partners. I think we love the sport, but it takes a lot of us. It's not just me riding the bull. It's not just me hauling the bull. It takes so many people, and especially for guys like Chad Berger. He's got cattle in North Dakota and Oklahoma and traveling. Got 2 trucks going every way. We don't do it on our own. My wife is a big help. I know next week we're kind of split up, going to 2 different events. She hauls and flanks the bulls, so a lot of credit goes to her. Sometimes she wins way more money than I do.
All right, man. Well, we appreciate it again, Cord. For ABBI, I'm Wasey Barta. This is Cord McCoy. Sponsors, keep writing them checks. He just got you like 10 more minutes right now.